Hi, my name is Bill with Panther TV. What we're going to do today is work on the throttle positioning switch, which is on this assembly, which people have been having problems with, on a 2000 ZRT 600 triple Articat. So we'll get back with you and we'll show you what we're going to start with. Okay, right now we're going to end up taking off this dash panel so we can show you the because this has to come off first before you start getting into everything, so you can get all the wires and stuff out to it. What we'll do, we'll take this. There's two screws that go in right here on both sides. You want to take those out, but I already took those out. Then you spread your panel open, take the cover off, pull your choke lever out after you've already taken the ring off. And what you'll do, have it ready to go. Take these screws out here, which hold it down to the framing of your sled. Just like that. Next thing you'll do, pull it out a little bit. You pop your choke through, your choke cable through it. It's kind of a little bit tricky, but you can get it. Pull it out just like that. Unplug the ignition switch, just like that. And there's your ignition console. Put that off to the side. Okay, next thing you want to go out and do, you got all the plugs and everything here that goes to your throttle switch. Because you guys, the ones that are out there, have been having problems with the sled cutting, shutting off on yourself, or when you go to give it gas, the sled shuts down. So I'll kind of show you what that is that causes that. Let me go out and pull this C-clip off. Don't want to lose that because you don't want to buy a new one. You pull the pin out, then you can slide your throttle off. But right down in here, you can see that little plastic piece that's there, which is your throttling position switch. Now you just can't buy that switch. You have to replace this whole assembly. Just not the switch, because you can't buy that. You actually got to replace this whole thing. But after you go out and do that, there's even a over here on the side. There's even a C-clip right up on that, which you have to take out so you can take your throttle cable off. I'm not really going to take it off because I don't need to take it out because I've already going to show you how to bypass it without having to actually have to do that, because ordinary to replace it, you have to disconnect it. So I'm not going to disconnect it right now because I just want to get it ready, because it's expensive when you go to buy a brand new one. But if you want to use it temporarily, or you get stuck on the side of the trail, you can actually do what we're going to do on the side of the trail, so you can actually ride it when you need to, so you don't get stuck. Just kind of put the C-clip back on. Okay, so right now what we're going to do, we're going to unplug all this wiring, but this one right here goes to the hand warmers. So I'll actually show you how you can actually take the grip off to take the hand warmer, so you can get the hand warmer and grip off. So we can unplug everything to disconnect it. What we'll do, you can go out and just get your air line with a sprayer on it. You have it ready to go. Unplug all the plugs that go to the throttle, or to your throttle assembly. Just like this. Some of them are in there pretty tight, so you just kind of fuss with it and you'll get it out. And what you do, make sure you kind of get the nozzle up under there so you can get get it in there. See in the hole at the end, get it in there so you can get air up in it. So what it'll do, it'll expand your grip so you can actually pull it off. That's what we'll do that right now. See how that came off like that? That's how you didn't pull it off if you got problems with it. Okay, next thing, what we'll end up doing, we'll disconnect this, and then we're gonna lean it up on the top of the motor so we can get down to everything else that we need to get down to. Okay, this is where you guys are probably going to have a little bit of problem, but it'll still come and hook. So just kind of pull her forward. As you're pulling it forward, pull it towards the sled so it unhooks everything. What you do is just kind of flip it up, lay it on top of the exhaust system, just like that. And now you can actually get to everything down in here. And what we're going to end up doing. Okay, since we went off and we took off and raised all this up and put it on top of the motor, we got everything up out of the way. So now we can go to on dismantling this, so we can actually flip it upside down to show you where the screws and everything are at, so you could take it apart to replace it. So you'd end up having to have a new one back on, putting a new one back on it. So no matter, now don't forget, this right here is just a temporary repair. So where if it broke down on the side of the sled, or you only got like 3 or 4 days left to ride, or you want to ride for 3 more days, you at least repair it and go for a ride. But you do have to replace this switch, because it is an emergency bypass throttle positioning switch for safety reasons. So you do have to at least get this replaced. This is just a temporary fix until you replace it. But what you'll end up doing, you go down up here underneath, and you'll see a screw. You're going to want to loosen that up, just like this. Kind of loosen it up. Then what you'll do is you'll take it and you'll rotate it after you already take the throttling off, and you'll see this. This right here, this little screw right here actually goes to your throttle switch, right, your throttle lever switch here, and your hand warmer will be going through this too, so it gets hidden up underneath your padding that's on the handlebars. So what you do, you'll loosen that up just like this, pop it up, get it up out of the way just like that. This is where you can pull all the wiring out, at least for your hand warmers and your throttle wire. Then what you'll do after your throttle cable is unhooked, you'll be able to slide it, take it on this bar, and you'll slide right off for you. So that right there is what you end up doing after that. And then in a little bit, I'll go out and I'll show you what we're going to be doing to fix the wiring down below so you can actually ride it temporarily.